What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back to another video. Today we're here for around 15 tips of the 2023 NRL Telstra premiership season. Now last week we got 4 out of 7. Not too bad. I should have got the Tigers one right. The Raiders, I don't know. Tigers were robbed, I guess. Then Broncos beating the Sharks was a bit of a surprise, and then Cowboys beating the Storm was also a bit of a surprise. So it is what it is. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram at Haynesy_YT. Again, I want to come on here and say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It really means a lot. We're going to do a giveaway very soon, so stick around to the channel, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the videos. Follow me on my TikTok and Instagram at Haynes_YT to check out the details for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be coming out very, very soon. So stick around to the channel, guys, if you want to be involved in that one. Alright, guys, enough said. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Without further ado, let's get into our round 15 tips for the 2023 NRL Telstra premiership season. Hope you guys enjoy.
Come on! Yeah!
Alright, guys, we're time for our round 15 tips. We've got a special guest coming on tonight, and it's going to be the great Entertain House. Good old Hayden is coming on to do his tipping videos. He's a regular on the channel, so make sure you guys give him a subscribe and follow him on TikTok as well. Alright, guys, let's get into our round 15 tips of the 2023 NRL Telstra premiership season. Hope you guys enjoy.
G'day Hainsey, my tips for the NRL round number 15. Let's get straight into it.
Off on Thursday night between the Gold Coast Titans and the West Tigers at Seabus Super Stadium. The annual poo slinger, as we like to call it, as we all remember last year, between the Titans and the Tigers game. That was one of the worst games of rugby league I've ever seen. Coming into this game, the Titans are, again, the bottle jobs. Lost to the Rabbitohs after having a 12-point lead at halftime. You know, they got some serious problems in the Titans, and I thought this would happen this year. You know, there's a good side there, but game management just can't get the job done. You know, it's been a bit of a Achilles heel for the Titans for a number of seasons now. The West Tigers, on the other hand, they were brave. weren't great last week against Canberra, but thought a lot of courage to get their way back into the game and put their noses in front with a few minutes to go, only to be dudded by a tough penalty against the Raiders. Yeah, it was disappointing from Tigers fans. Yeah, but there's some good signs going with the Tigers this year. There is some good signs going forward, so I like where the Tigers are heading. It's a tough game, Seabus Super Stadium. Normally the Titans like to bounce back after these games, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt this week. I am going to tip the Titans at home, Seabus Super Stadium. They did play early in the year, and they were too good for the Tigers. I just feel that a bounce back from the Titans is needed. So I'm going to go to the Titans, 1-12 over the Tigers.
I'm going to go the Titans. I reckon the Titans over the Tigers.
It's up against the Warriors in GO Stadium in Canberra. It's a 6v7th, and this is actually Jared Croker's 300th game, so there's going to be a massive celebration going on down there in Canberra. The Raiders, speaking of the Raiders, they were decent for 68 minutes. Had a bit of the luck of the bounce, you could say, but they all fell away in the dying stages and almost got run down with 10 to go, leading 18-0, only to be saved by a pretty lucky penalty to get them over the line. Well, the Warriors, they were better last week. I believe that they'll win in New Zealand. Just that, back at Auckland, they're good at Auckland. So I thought it was a much better performance by the Warriors. Sean Johnson needs magic again. Now, this is a flip of the coin because you think, Canberra 300th, Jared Croker, they'll be up for this. But the Warriors have a knack of beating the Raiders in Canberra. That's the thing. I am going to tip the Raiders, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors win. I think Jared Croker's 300th. It's going to be a big celebration down there in Canberra. Friday, 6 p.m. A good, decent crowd. So give the benefit of the doubt here to the Raiders. I'll go the Raiders 1-12.
Raiders Warriors. You got Jared Croker's 300th game. massive one for this one. Wolford's paid the suspension fee, so he's played the punishment instead of taking the suspension. So, look, full strength team. I'm going to go the Raiders by 12. I do think the Warriors have been very good this year, so I don't know if they'll, give them a chance to win, but I give them a chance to keep this one close. So, Raiders 28, Warriors 16, first try scorer, Jared Croker. It would be rude not to.
Manly Seagulls up against the Dolphins. Now, last week, Manly had the bye, while the Dolphins went to New Zealand and got a little bit of a reality check, you could say. The Warriors were the far better team than the Dolphins. The squad depth is getting really tested over the last few weeks. A few suspensions. Tom Gilbert's out for the rest of the season, which is a big loss. So, a lot of stuff going on around the Dolphins. This is a tough game. It's a really tough game. I'm tipping Manly. They're at home. Turbo is expected to play, so that's a big boost there for Manly. I think Manly got a little bit more to prove on Friday night than the Dolphins. So it's been a good run from the Dolphins, but I am going to tip the Raiders. Not the Raiders. I am going to tip Manly 1-12 at home over the Dolphins.
I'm going to go Manly over the Dolphins. I was very confident to go the Dolphins for this one, but I just have a feeling Manly at home going to be a little bit too good. Big grind this one for me. I'm going to go 22 Manly, Dolphins 16. Christian Tuipulotu to score the first try is my tip.
Moving on to Saturday at Netscar Jubilee Stadium, it's the Dragons up against the Rabbitohs. Now, the Dragons were really gutsy in that game and a little bit unlucky to lose to the Panthers. Well, last week, the Rabbitohs back to their quality best in the second half there against the Titans, just blew them off the park in a 30-6 onslaught. Now, I thought they were really good. The Rabbitohs, a few injuries though. Joey Arrow out, Kevin Murray out, massive in the middle, but I think the Rabbitohs got the squad to cover it. So I think the Rabbitohs will win 1-12. No, I'll go 13 plus, but what I mean by 13 plus, it's not going to be a big score from the Rabbitohs. I think the Dragons will compete for about 60, 70 minutes, and then South Sydney will blow them off the park. I think a 14 to 18 point win there for the Rabbitohs.
I will be going to the next game. It is the Rabbitohs and the Dragons down at Cogra. I'm going to go the Rabbitohs by 8 here. I reckon the Dragons are going to turn up defensively for this game. I think they've had some really poor performances, and I think they looked better last week. Rabbitohs still missing Latrell. Rabbitohs 20, Dragons 12, in my opinion. Kolomatangi from the Rabbitohs to score first.
Stadium in Brisbane, it's the Brisbane Broncos up against the Newcastle Knights. Now, the Broncos were really good last week against the Sharks. Well, Newcastle, fresh off the bye after their good win over Manly Seagulls. So, I've said it all season that Newcastle are going to be flying under the radar, and, this will want to be those ambush games, but the Broncos are too red hot right now. Moving on straight onto it, I think the Broncos will win 13 plus. Again, similar to the game earlier, I think Newcastle couldn't compete early, but Broncos will fly them off the park in the late stages of this one. Broncos 13 plus over the Knights.
I've got the Broncos flogging Newcastle. I just think at home, they've got all their stars back. They had them back last week as well, but I just think they're going to put a big home performance here. So Broncos 36, Newcastle Knights 16, Broncos by 20. First try scorer, Selwyn Cobbo.
My boy Sydney Roos up against the Penrith Panthers. Now, this is going to be an absolute classic game. Back in Allianz Stadium for the first time since Anzac Day. Tupou returns. No Nathan Cleary for the Panthers. They struggled really last week against the Dragons without him, but I think we'll get the job done here. They did get the job done in the end, Penrith, but they're a little bit shaky after last week. Jack Cougar's in at 7. I don't think he'll be up for it, to be honest. He'll do all right, but I think he might struggle a little bit. The Roosters undefeated at Allianz all season, so it's great to know that. Thought we did well last week. The Dogs, played really well. They were really up for it. And we managed to get our noses in front and win the game. So couldn't be happy about that. Couldn't be more proud about that. And a bit of momentum rolling into this week. So I give us every opportunity to win this game. I think the Roosters will win 1-12. I believe that we'll get the job done. Let's see if the good old Entertain House agrees.
And I've got Penrith 20 over your Roosters 16.
Only a lone game this weekend. Melbourne up against the Sharks. Amy Park. Both teams were disappointing last week. Melbourne back at home. I can't see them losing. Cronulla, I think they'll bounce back too, but I think Melbourne at home, they're a different breed. So I go to Melbourne 1-12. Bit of an origin rendition here for Nico Hines. He's up against Cameron Munster. If he actually proves himself here, he might play 7 at origin. So Be interesting to see how it goes. I am going to go with the Storm 1-12. Let's see what Hayden has to say.
Got Melbourne over the Cronulla Sharks. They have to bounce back. Otherwise, I'm putting a big red line through Melbourne this season. Storm 26, Sharks 18. I've got the overs here, high scoring one.
Alright, here we go. The game of the round. It's the Queen's birthday game between the Bulldogs and the Eels at Accor Stadium. Now, for me, it's not a public holiday, but for Sydney siders, it is the public holiday. So it's going to be great though. Living in Queensland, you're going to come home after a long day of work, and then you come home and put the telly on and put the footy on. So it's going to be great. Two teams have been shit talking all week. I can't wait for it. Bulldogs were good last week. Para off the bye. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to go the upset here. I'm going to Bulldogs. I thought Bulldogs really proved themselves last week against the Roosters, and I think they'll be up to win this one, especially at Accor Stadium. They've got a better record than Parramatta when they play there. So I know Hayden's going Parramatta, but I'm going the Bulldogs 1-12 in an upset.
And my boys, the Parramatta Eels against the Bulldogs. Big rivalry game. A lot of players back for our team. And look, there could be some changes, which I won't touch on that situation. But we're going to go the Eels 28-12. Will Penasini, first try scorer. 6 out of 7 last week. Let's see if I can get 8 from 8.
This, guys, there is our round 15 tips for the 2023 NRL Telstra Premiership season. Thanks once again for the Entertain House for coming on and giving his tips for this week. We are going to have someone else on next week. Make sure you guys subscribe to him as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram at Hainsy_YT. Thank you again so much for 1,000 subscribers. Giveaway coming in very, very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck in your tips this week. And good luck to your team this week. Hope you guys enjoy. Enjoy your weekend of footy. And as always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, it's goodbye for now.